All right, here we are. We about to get to it now. This is the pick'ems. We're gonna get our pick'ems out before the Survivor Series 2023 start off. You got five matches on this card only. There's no Nakamura on the card yet, so I don't know if he's supposed to wrestle during the pre-show or he's going to be a surprise match on the card, the sixth match on the card. I'm not sure, but as I look at it, there's no Shinsuke on the card. So projected first matchup is supposed to be the women's War Games match. Now, this is a projection. Now, we don't know if that's going to be the match to start, but it makes sense for it to be because, I mean, anything else after that doesn't make sense to start. You're not going to start it with Santos Escobar versus Dragon Lee. You're not going to do that. That's like a perfect match to follow up a good match. You know what I'm saying? So you got, it's not going to be the women's match for the world championship, Rhea's match.
No.
It's not going to be that. So this is all like in the middle of the card type of stuff. The Miz and Gunther, and then you got the men's match that's gonna obviously headline. So yeah, obviously it has to be the women's War Games match to kick off the show. You got Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, you got Becky Lynch, you got Shotzi. I just can't stand that Shotzi keeps getting these spots. Like I'm not a big
not a fan of her. I'm not a fan of her.
Fan at all.
Nope.
But I understand why they want to push her because visually she may check a lot of boxes that they like. She's obviously a different ethnicity. She checks a box as far as how she looks, the tattoos, the crazy hair, the
She doesn't do it for me, man.
personality. They just want to sell merchandise to sell tickets, the little the little tank.
Little critters.
Yeah, the little tank and all of that. So it's all good. If that's your bag and that's what you into, then I guess it's all good. But I'm not really into it like that. And then you got Damage Control, who they facing, who they got Bayley and Io Sky, the WWE Women's Champion. You got Kairi Sane, recently signed from New Japan, and you got Asuka, obviously, who just turned and joined up with the Damage Control. Now, you think that there'll be some turn going on here?
Oh yeah.
So, what do you think? How this turn will end up happening, in your opinion?
Bayley gets the pin.
So
Bayley feeling that.
You get the pin on who?
I want Bayley to. Bayley on Charlotte. Bayley on Charlotte.
Okay. So how does it happen? Do you think something happens on Charlotte's team that
I think Charlotte goes ahead, saves Becky after seeing last night's SmackDown. I think Charlotte, grows a heart, saves Becky off something. Could be a chair over the head, something as simple as that.
a miss
And then
spot?
boom.
You think it's like a miss spot, kind of like how what happened in the
No. I just think she saves. Like the chair's gonna go for Becky. She jumps in it and then gets hit. And then out of nowhere, you come Bayley, being a little sneeze ball that she is, gets a 1-2-3, takes a spot from Damage Control as a team.
That's it.
They're not feeling it. Damage Control as a whole. Then they turn on her.
Okay, so we both kind of have this similarly, but in different way, far as how it's scripted. How I think it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I think that they're gonna lose the match. It'll probably be because of Bayley. Bayley will get pinned. Not sure by who, but she'll be the one that'll take the pin. And then that will be the beginning of the turn as far as her being kicked out of the group. Because Asuka, Io, Kairi, they all have a history that goes all the way back to New Japan. Like they are a group, a separate of Bayley, So she's already on the outside looking in. She knows it. And I think it's just a matter of time before they just cut bait with her. And I think she'll eat the pin, and then that'll be the time they'll turn on her because she'll be considered the quote unquote weak link. And then they'll move on from her. And then I wouldn't be surprised if Bianca and company come in to make the save on Bayley because she's especially like Charlotte and Becky and Bayley. They're like the original horse,
the main three.
The horsewomen. The original horsewomen. Without Mercedes, of course, being out in New Japan or wherever she is, being off now. But I think that'll happen. I think they'll come in, make the save, and then that'll be the beginning of Bayley turning back into a baby face. And then let's go after Dan.
Okay.
So I think that could be the likely outcome. But other than that, I mean, if that doesn't happen, I mean, they have to almost do something exciting in this match because there's bad blood, of course. These women been feuding for months. When you do war games, it's usually the end of a feud. Like, that's why I'm so glad that the Judgment Day is this whole thing with Sami and it's like these guys.
We'll get to that.
Oh God, these guys have been wrestling each other for over it seems like a year. But yeah, so that's what we think pretty much was gonna happen. I think that'll be pretty good as far as now if now you think Shotzi will take the pinfall if Damage Control wins. Or you said that you think Charlotte would take the pinfall, right? You said Charlotte.
No, Charlotte.
I think if they do lose, it'll probably be Shotzi because they got too many people in there to protect. They want to protect Bianca.
But I honestly look at what happened last night when Shotzi was talking to Charlotte about like the speeches and blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? And they really didn't have their talk. So, and Charlotte and Becky don't look like the type of duo to just talk. I see it more of Charlotte coming to the rescue in a sense of that. You know what I'm saying? And then taking the pinfall because of it. And then Becky looking at Charlotte like as a mutual respect. Like, damn, you took a hit from me.
Oh, that's interesting.
Feeding from what happened last night.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see something happening like that. I mean, they got a couple angles that they can approach it.
Correct.
I think ultimately it will end up with Bayley being out of Damage Control. However angle you take it, however you slice the pie. Next you got Santos Escobar versus it was Carlito. Now they swapped Carlito out for Dragon Lee last night on SmackDown. The angle was Escobar got into a fight with Carlito, and then Escobar attacked him from behind, and now his shoulders messed up and all this other crap. So, question that I have is, what the hell happened with Carlito as to why he couldn't do the match? Like, I'm thinking something kind of had to happen last minute, and they had to make a switch up last minute because I'm not understanding why they would do that.
Honestly, I have no idea. I really was looking forward to Carlito. I like Carlito.
We all was. We've been waiting. He's been signed
for like what, a year, right?
Well, I mean, since
he showed up like almost a year ago.
Yeah, that Backlash. We've seen him at Backlash, but I believe there was rumors that he was signed before Backlash. You know, obviously the one that was in Puerto Rico. I think there was rumors that he was signed before then, and then him popping up then was like, oh, Carlito's back. It was that's why it was such a great moment. And then they just did nothing with it. He's done absolutely nothing. He's had barely no wrestling matches, and
at least not live on live TV.
Yeah, probably just of course, live gigs.
It's just the WWE live things they're doing. Like they do on Sundays.
I don't get it. I don't understand it. But whatever. Now you took him out the match, and now it's Dragon Lee. So we all know Dragon Lee is not going to win the match.
Santos, and they're pushing him too. They're really pushing Dragon Lee
because they want him to be like the next Sin Cara, like you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, stop, just stop it. But no one believes he's going to be Santos Escobar. Santos will win. Likely,
Now, unless Carlito comes out, messes up the match.
I don't think it'll happen. I think he'll probably come out to help Dragon
Yeah.
Lee because Dragon Lee will be getting beat up. I think that Santos will bring in some more guys that's aligned with him.
Like new guys, huh?
Yeah, he's gonna bring
like somebody new.
Guys. I believe so. He'll bring in some new guys, and then you're gonna see like a war between LWO, who's the real LWO. Watch.
Because what was his group? What was his group back in NXT?
I can't remember. I wasn't a huge NXT fan, so but I know that he was in a group. I can't remember because he was with was it Garcia? Something Garcia.
I forget who he was. I just remember.
Yeah, I can't remember their names, but I think
it was like a mafia type. Not a mafia.
Those dudes might be coming back. So they never went anywhere as far as the roster, but they weren't getting any work because they didn't have any work to do. And now they do. So I think Santos will bring them in ultimately, and you'll have this civil war between LWO.
Which would be nice. I mean, listen, man.
I mean, you should get. Yeah, I mean, it'll be nice because it'll be something that'll be interesting and refreshing on TV for a change. Some refreshing matches, and they'll be pretty good because they all wrestle that luchador style, so it shouldn't be bad matches. And again, you get that fresh because they're gonna bring in new guys, and then you're gonna get something fresh because WWE, man, they just rinse, repeat.
Yeah.
The thing that I don't like they'll show you the same match for a month, and you'd be like, I've seen this match twice already, back to back, and you're gonna show it to me
something
again. New. So they're good for that. So anytime you can see something new coming in and give me a little fresh coat of paint, I'm cool with it, man. So so we both think Santos will win that match. Now we go into Rhea Ripley's match, WWE Women's World Championship.
We already know
Ripley versus Zoey Stark.
We already know who's gonna win this.
I don't dislike Zoey Stark. I think she's a good wrestler.
No, I don't. I mean,
I just don't understand why her in this spot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd
rather have her. What is it, Raquel?
Yeah, but they did.
I love it. I know. Yeah, but she never got a fair shot.
I know, but I don't know. Like, I don't know. I think they're still kind of trying to work her in somehow because now she because she just lost to Nia Jax, and Nia's still coming for Rhea. So
I would love to see.
They're building that up. So they're building that up really. Nia going after Rhea for the belt. So, I would like to see Nia get it. Like, even if it's a short run. Even if it's
when she won it.
Like she was she champ before?
Yeah,
that's right.
And she was a good champ. Like, she was a freaking beast.
But they built her like that again for her return. So why not?
Because
why not
what I can see is I can see Nia beating, Ripley, right? And then whatever, they get a rematch. Obviously, Ripley wins it again. And then you have Jade. After that, after Ripley gets it, bring in Jade.
Yeah, we haven't even seen Jade yet.
Oh, I think they're saving her for WrestleMania.
When does she ultimately make her? No, I think she'll make her appearance.
Nah,
not
ring. No, hold on, not ring performance. So ring performance won't be WrestleMania. It will be her, and the whole world will see her, and the WWE like that. Like, I'm talking about, like, coming in and either turning on somebody because people are probably gonna be like, "Oh, she's gonna be a babyface," but then it turns out she's a heel, but she'll be going after someone. I can see that happening in WrestleMania.
Why not have her just out of nowhere jump Rhea Ripley after the match?
And WrestleMania,
nobody knows where she's gonna end up. No one knows who she wants to go after as far as champion. No one knows anything. So
all right. So hold on. Where would you want to see her? Hold on. Where would you want to see her? Now you got me thinking. What pay-per-view match would you want her to see her debut? Because obviously we both don't agree on Raw or SmackDown having her just walk in to her debut.
Well, you got to first you got to think which team, which brand has which on who, like far as which rosters, far as the roster is concerned, who
Mm-hmm.
where people are. So you got like Rhea's on Raw, so then you got EO is on SmackDown, and then you got Damage Control on SmackDown. So Jade, far as Rhea's kind of like a lone shark, other than being involved with, Judgment Day, which is just a group of dudes. So she's pretty much a lone shark on the women's side. So I think it's easier pickings for Jade versus trying to go after EO and her. She's a part of this whole group. You know what I mean? So
Plus,
like,
she doesn't look like a SmackDown person. Jade is Raw. She looks like
I don't
Raw.
know. She do like I think SmackDown, honestly. I actually think different.
Really?
Yeah, I see SmackDown. SmackDown's more glitzier, glammier. The blue brand. You know what I'm saying? Is the blue brand. I see her in blue. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see that blue matching better with that white or gray she wears on top of her head. That wig.
I see her trying to go for both belts.
Yeah. I mean, again, but
But Raw first.
EO's belt is the top belt. Let's be clear. That is the top belt. So if
So you go after Ripley.
yeah, because it's
Get the
easier to
belt.
go after Rhea because yeah.
Go after you.
I see what you're saying. I would have JB on some
You
like
see where I'm going, right? You
I would
see where
have
I'm
her be
going with
like
it.
I'll have her be like fucking Thanos. Like have her try to just take all the gold because she's absorbed by gold. She loves it. Look how
That's what
they're
I'm saying.
presenting her. Look how they present her. They present her like as she's top shelf, top notch. Everything has
I'm mad.
I want it all. I want it all to
And
be.
then and winning the tag team belt. Why not?
I mean, she's not really involved with anyone as far as friends is concerned. But I like that
So
belt collector idea. Why the fuck not?
I know, right?
Why
They
not?
never did it for
You
women.
know,
Not yet. Not yet.
maybe
I
maybe
mean,
you have her. You have her show up and you have her attack Rhea just out of nowhere. Nobody knows why. What the fuck? What? That's
okay.
it's Jay Cargill.
Okay.
What is she doing here?
Okay.
Boom.
Okay.
So
So,
the end of the hold up. Then the end of the pay per view, we go
uh-huh.
whatever, and we don't even find. We don't even. She we get maybe a comment or whatever from her. She's not at Raw, but she's they do a vignette of her giving a semi response that didn't.
Yeah.
It's a vague response that doesn't answer anything. And then after that, what I would do is have her show up right after that on Tuesday at fucking NXT and challenge for that fucking belt. Start right there
For the NXT belt or for the Raw?
for the NXT belt. Because
Oh, you want her to get all three belts.
You could get back to Rhea because you haven't even answered why. And then you just pop up the next day and you challenge her for the NXT belt. That chick that got that belt now. Come on. I know she just beat Becky.
I see where you're going. I see where
She
you're
a
going.
flatten that chick to right the fuck out because that's a quick belt to pick up.
So hold on. Let me ask you a question.
We just
She
did a
wins
whole hold
NXT.
on. We're on a side tangent right now. This is why this is good to watch, by the way. This is a whole side tangent. Now my brain has woke up. It's starting doing I'm doing booking on the side while we're actually trying to talk about the card for Survivor Series right now.
So you have her win NXT. She beats Ripley. She goes after EO. Bro, I'll have her win either the NXT tag team or freaking the women's tag team. Have her really be the belt collector and then bring somebody that's not in the roster. Have WWE pick up. I don't know. You may know
I
more
mean,
free
they're
agents out there for
ultimately
women wrestlers.
the mega match, the money match that they're holding on to right now. Everyone knows it. Everyone was saying this even before she jumped ship. Was
Yeah.
Jay Cargill versus Bianca Belair.
God.
That is the money match So
And you know where my money's going to.
everyone's trying to maybe set that up more so for obviously the stage of them all, the biggest stage of them all, WrestleMania. So obviously you would want that match to be on that stage. So in between that, because that's the only person you could probably build up to beating her. You get what I'm saying? Because it's more believable. Or Charlotte, damn, hope not. Oh God, I hope not.
So wait, so what? Maybe have her also win the Royal Rumble.
You can take that route. I
mean, that's more predictable.
That's
more predictable. I mean,
because that's the best way, the easiest way, I guess, for you to just debut her in the ring. Because now it's not even a match, really. It's a Royal Rumble.
Now, where would you have her? Middle or an end? Because she's not gonna be the first one to come out. She's either gonna be the middle person to come out or the ending.
Oh, ending.
Like in the ending of the Royal Rumble.
You gotta be 30.
What number?
30. Slim pickings. Because she's not. I don't think she's a face at all. I think she's a heel. like it's very Brock.
Well, she's gonna
be. It's no different than Brock. They would roll Brock's ass right out there to last, or close to last. And you'd be like, "Oh,
you're right. You're right.
Like,
all right,
I would do that because no one would expect it. No one would expect it. Like Royal Rumble used to surprise people. Like you used to be really surprised. Like who's gonna be 30? Sometimes you would be surprised by one. Not anymore. Like now is over the years it's been more predictable. Like other than some curveballs they threw with like maybe Jericho but even those guys were kind of in the middle. Like AJ was kind of in the beginning. Like that back in you would see that back in the days where you would be more surprised with who's the last person, and then they count down and then it's you get shocked. That's a great moment to use her to debut her last, like coming out last, like, oh man, it's Jade Cargill. Oh my God. Like, and then maybe Becky, probably like a Becky or somebody. It would be a Becky who's been there, who's been fighting this whole time. She's sweating, her red hair is sweating. She came in at number 2 and now she's getting toward the end and she's just like, oh, I'm ready. And then this music come and everybody's like, who is this? And then you see the Titantron go and then it's, oh my God, it's Jade Cargill. And then that's like, oh God, business just picked up. Because now you gotta, you gonna have
now that she winning right away.
You have to pack a heavy lunch. She's clearing the ring out. Bicycle kick.
No, I'm saying like in my mind, I have Becky by herself in the ring. Nobody's there.
No, what they always do. Nope. What they always do.
I know.
More suspenseful because there's going to be like a final 4 or 5.
But why not just have her by herself?
I want her to come. Nope. I want her to come in when there's like a final 6 where there's like the top 6 chicks and she clearing them out. And then left over, there's Becky and Bianca, or not, Becky and Bianca, or Charlotte, Becky, Bianca, Charlotte.
That's different.
You know what I mean? Like that would be
my mind is different. My mind wants her by herself, Becky by herself in the middle of the damn ring, like breathing. Waiting, how Becky. But hold on, no, just think about it.
You can't give it to
but
me.
Just think about it. Just having Becky be like, "Come on, just come on," and then her music, the whole shabam that you told us, and then boom, she walks in there, kicks, boom, out. What 12? Not even 12 seconds, and then wins it. Like. Again, you were talking about surprising, right? WWE doesn't surprise us no more. That would be a surprise. That would be a surprise.
It would be.
That would be like, yo. And for me, it would be like, well, damn. okay, like you just come in, boot, tossed out. She does her little thingy, and walks out. They try to grab her, try to talk to her in the end, and then
I mean,
she just says a few
you
words,
could take
and
that
then
route
boom.
too, where it's like really like a cheap victory. It's Brock-esque. We've seen Brock do
That's what I was
this
saying.
time.
Brock would do.
I went to Money in the
Why
Bank
not?
in Hartford, Connecticut. I went to Money in the Bank when he came out as the final entry nobody knew about, and just basically it was like a 1 minute appearance. Took the damn briefcase, cleared the rig out, took the briefcase, and that was it. Didn't break a sweat. MJF when he reappeared back as when he took months off, for story purposes as a suspension or whatever, and then he came back as the devil in the mask, and then he won the big poker chip. That's what I call it, the big poker chip to win the championship ultimately. Like he didn't break a sweat. Like you could do these things. Like there's ways to do it, but we've booked all of those ways. I got to get back on track here.
I know,
Intercontinental Championship, Gunther, my man, Gunther versus
man, you really love him.
Mike the Miz. Mike the Miz.
I mean, we all know who's gonna win it. I mean, we all do. I mean,
think okay.
I want the Miz to win it just because I'm so tired.
I don't. Well, it is not for Miz.
It's not believable, and it's not believable.
It is not believable, and it's just not for Miz to break the streak. But I will say this caveat, and I wrote this on my board because I really was thinking about this. Like, will WWE do some WWE shit and have Mike break this streak? Now, why I said that? I just realized Mike the Miz has 8 Intercontinental Championship reigns.
Yes.
The record is 9, which is held by Chris fucking Jericho. Now,
I see where you're going with it.
Wouldn't that also be a nice little, but again, I don't think they go that route because they put so much into Gunther right now. Like they've been building Gunther for like a couple years now.
But wouldn't it be nice for him to lose it and then he goes after a world heavyweight? Because there ain't nobody left in Intercontinental for him.
But he's already said that. Like there's, I think he had an interview that was. Yeah, I just recently seen this interview he did. I think it was through WWE, but it was like kind of, I can't remember. It's like WWE headquarters or something. They do like those little weird little internet interviews and stuff like that. And he was sitting down with Kaiser, and he was wearing like regular clothes and stuff. And they was just kind of, he was in character kind of still, but he was like saying like, he said it. He was just like, I can't. There's nothing else for me to do. Like I loved his, like he loved the tradition of the title and all that and this, and the men that's held it and all of that. But he was just like, I've surpassed all of that. Like it's time to move on now. Like it's time for me to go on for the other belts. Like he should be. I would love to see him beat Seth. Like he should be the one to beat Seth. Seriously. Like why?
I agree.
Why shouldn't it be Gunther? Like
I agree.
Like, and people would say, you know what, Seth, you had a long title reign. Your quote unquote back has been hurting this whole time. And in the storyline they've been playing on from all the way from Nakamura on, they've been playing this injured back quote unquote thing. I don't know how true it is or not. Maybe it's some storyline into it, but who's the perfect person to just put you away? Like, and even if the backstory is a little true where you may need to take a little time off, get some cleanup done or whatever. Again.
Well, he has his movie coming out. Oh, actually, no, it's pushed back. Never mind.
But still, again, you have enough time to what better person to put you out of your misery than Gunther? So you can take time off, you know what I'm saying? Like get some surgery done, shoot your scenes, and then come back. So, I think that I think the Miz they're gonna build the Miz up to be, like he'll almost win it. And they're gonna make it seem like Gunther had to cheat a little bit to beat him. Because Gunther usually don't cheat. Like he just beats you straight up.
No.
So
Yeah.
I think they're gonna give Mike a little respect. They're gonna book it in a way to give Mike a little respect as a quote unquote legend, because he is, whether you like him or not. And they're gonna book it to where they give him a little credibility, and then they're gonna make him make a strong run at winning it, where it makes it almost believable watch. But he's gonna come up short because Gunther may do something that's a little cheatish that he don't normally do, just to beat Mike. And then it's gonna be a script where it's like, oh, you didn't respect me before, but I almost beat you, and you had to cheat, and damn it, you gotta respect me now. That's gonna be the next Raw segment tomorrow. Watch. Monday. Watch. I mean, what you think? I'm booking ahead.
I mean,
you want Mike to win.
I just want him to win because I want Gunther to move forward, and I don't want him to move forward with winning against. I mean, he's gone through everybody. That's what I'm saying. He's gone through everybody. So, like,
except for the top guys who's had the belts. Roman,
like who?
Roman,
for the Intercontinental belt. But what I'm saying, who's gonna beat him for the Intercontinental belt? Is what I'm saying. He's gone through everybody. That's exactly my point. Why not give it to the?
Who's gonna come back? Once you act,
Braun.
No. Because Braun won't be ready for a little while. So
okay, so who?
It just popped right in my head.
Who?
Sheamus. Sheamus is gonna do it. Sheamus been gone for like a few months.
And this is what? This would be his fourth time?
He's never won
fifth?
He's never won that title. That's why. Remember, Gunther's first big feud was with Sheamus, because Sheamus, and that's how.
I know he's never won the belt. I know that
he ended up breaking up with Mac and Drew after a while because they both started feuding with Gunther over the belt last year.
Yeah, for the belt and all that. I remember
this whole thing. The whole feud began because Sheamus never won the Intercontinental Championship. He needs to,
which I don't mind him
in order to be a triple crown. I mean, in order to be a Grand Slam winner.
Okay, so then let me ask you a question: How much longer is this dude gonna hold the belt? Because it's getting to the point where it's like Roman. It's tiring now.
Yes, I think it's tiring
because at least with the Miz, you could.
It's tiring because the WWE made a mistake. Well, first of all, WWE, and I think this is one of Hunter's flaws as a main booker, right? Like Triple H, we're talking about. Like, we love him for the most part. We think he's better than Vince and all of that, but he does have something that that's that you can definitely criticize, and this is one of them. He loves long fucking title reigns, and I mean, think about it. He had one of the longest title reigns. That was like
but it was
that wasn't a good one. That definitely pissed off a lot of people because it was like, oh my God, Jesus! Like, he had one of them kind of reigns, when he was,
Yeah, but you also had good. We had good wrestlers too.
Yeah, but he loves long. My point was, he loves long reigns, and I don't like.
Yeah,
he doesn't make a lot of belt changes, and that gets tedious. And it, like you said, you're tired of it because Gunther's had a long reign. Now Seth's having a long fucking reign. Now, like, Roman's been, so all your champions have had long reigns. Like, Seth could have dropped at least once by now. Like, I get Gunther. I even get Roman to an extent. You get what I'm saying? But, like, you can't, like, that's why Seth's make no sense to me, because it's like, you created this whole belt again. We going off the rails again.
But see, they respected Seth.
Trust me.
Seth was complaining about it.
Yeah, exactly. Because he wasn't wrong. He was like, okay, man, let's wrap it up, man.
Wrap it up.
When is this going to happen? Meanwhile, while all of this is happening, Roman is doing him and kept away from Seth. And Seth is kicking ass and having all these great matches. And Seth's like, dude, like, if I'm not going to get the belt, like, you're not going to, can I get a title shot? Can I get in the picture? Like, they don't want to put them next to each other because they look at them both as top guys, you know? And they just, the only way they could, I guess, fix it was to make a whole new belt. which is still
just separate,
which is still inferior to Roman's belt, because the whole point of Roman getting both belts was to consolidate them into what the belt is now. That was the whole fucking point.
Yeah.
So, WWE is going to do WWE things, but at the same time, Tony Khan books that way. He's got some Triple H in him. He loves long title reigns. Look at Max's title reign. Look at Orange Cassidy's first international championship reign. He had
that's your boy, Orange Cassidy.
No, I'm saying he had it for a long time. Like, he could have dropped it a couple times, and it took Jon Moxley to beat him half to death to win it off him. And then they let him beat Moxley this last time. So, but anyway, I'm going to segue that into, since we were talking about Seth Rollins, let's segue right into the men's WarGames match. That is the...
You don't want to wait till that for the end? We still got the other ones.
Oh, no.
Or is that the last one?
That's the last one. We went through Gunther and the men already. It's only 5. I told you, it's only 5 matches.
And we already did the Santos. Yeah, we did the Santos.
Yeah, we did Rhea and Zoey. Yeah. We just did Gunther and the Miz. And we all know that Gunther's going to win.
Yep.
So we right on to the main event. That's, the WarGames men's match with Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, and the Viper, Randy Orton.
We already know who's going to win this one.
And against Judgment Day and Drew McIntyre. So who do you think is going to win this match?
Yo, man, you already know who, man. Cody and them. Cody and the boys.
Really?
I got them winning it. Yeah, man. I mean, I won't say that Randy's going to play fair. I'm not going to say Randy's going to play fair in the end. I mean, Randy's going to be the Viper in the end. In my opinion.
I don't think Randy will turn on them, because there's no reason for them to...
Yeah, there is. Yes, there is.
Jey Uso.
Yes, there is.
Jey Uso.
And it will wait till the end.
Jey Uso complicates things.
And that's the beauty of this.
That is the beauty of it, because this is Drew McIntyre's whole point. And credit to Drew McIntyre. I know you don't like Drew McIntyre.
Drew who?
But he cut a really good promo. That was a really good promo he cut. That was like, yo, I'm still Drew, man. Like, for those who boo me, you don't know who I am. Like, for those who know me, then you know who I am, type of thing. And he was just saying, look, I don't care about, like, I'm not joining Judgment Day. I'm joining Judgment Day because they gave me something that I wanted. They gave me Jay in a cage. Mm-hmm. And he just said it's an offer I couldn't refuse, basically. And you got to respect that. Because if you watch the whole storyline from its genesis, from the beginning, he was a central part of that. And he said it. He broke it down in his promo. You embarrassed me in front of my family. You took that title away from me. And this was in my home.
At home.
Place. Like, that's a good promo. Like, that's the point. That's good storytelling. See, Vince wouldn't have did this. Like, this is like deep storytelling. It's giving you reason. It's giving you context. It's giving you in-depth logic behind why the character is making a decision that is counter, to what who they are. Like, that is like, yo, anybody. It's realistic, because it's like, yo, I would probably do that. Like, yeah. Like, if breaking down what he went through and how it happened, like, I can get this dude and beat the snot out of him. Oh yeah, why not?
With weapons in the cage.
Oh, everything's on the board. So, but like you said with the Viper, Cody thinks he's doing a great thing. He's like, I'm bringing Randy, my friend, my guy,
The legacy. The
legacy.
boys from the legacy.
Oh, sorry. Now, granted, I don't think Randy's gonna turn on Cody. He's gonna turn.
No. Listen, he's gonna turn on Jay, but it's not gonna be. It's after the 1, 2, 3, where everybody's hands are raised, and you got them congratulating each other, and
I think the opposite. I think he's gonna turn on Jay the last minute, and Drew will get his Claymore off on him or something, and then win the match.
I got Randy say, it's the same thing like with the women. I got Randy doing what he has to do.
Because from Randy's, just real quick, for those who just kind of not keeping up, like for Randy's perspective, he's like, the last time
I got injured,
these motherfuckers put me on the shelf. Like,
yeah,
kayfabe, of course. Like, he had to go away. Like in real life, he had to do back surgery. So, but storyline wise, Judgment Day was the reason why he was put on the shelf. So it would make all in him and Jay being the right hand man to the goddamn tribal chief himself. Hello. What other? You don't need any other reason to go to be on go. So
yeah, I don't know. You know what? We're gonna have to wait and see. I still got them winning it. I don't know why. I still got them winning it. I do think Drew gets his hands on Jay, beats a living hell out of him. I have that.
Because you gotta something that's got obviously that's the more logical to be the turn. That's gonna be the turn. Because it's not gonna just be, oh, the Jay Uso team wins. It's gonna be a turn.
See, no, I got them winning.
Yeah, whether it happens your way.
Oh, you talking about Randy's?
Yeah, Randy's gonna turn. It has to happen.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. And then you got Cody looking at Randy and
like this.
Yo,
that stupid Cody look. Like,
yeah.
Why? But why?
But you know what? I think Cody's gonna get stunned right after.
You mean
right after
RKO?
Yeah, he's gonna. RKO. Sorry, I don't know why I'm saying.
I don't know, man. He's gotta. You gotta remember, he's gotta save those RKOs now. And part of the reason why he had to have back surgery has been doing RKOs for 20 years.
Yeah, but you know what? You can do a good 2 right there. Boom, boom.
Oh yeah, it is. These 2 is worth it. Like you saved the RKOs for moments like this.
That's what I'm saying. You get Jay, you get Cody's little what the hell, and then boom, and then they just walk away, and then you still got the boys are still in there like, what the hell just happened?
I mean,
but I got Cody's boys winning.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I could definitely see them winning. But regardless to the point, I just want the storyline to be over, for God's sakes. For God's sakes, just come to an end, please. Just come.
For the Judgment Day, you want to see the Judgment Day go by. You want to see them go bye.
I'm a little. I'm done with the Judgment Day. Like, I'm sorry, I got an itchy nose. I think it's allergies or something. But
I mean,
I think I'm a little.
I got Drew actually joining them. And Priest getting kicked out. No, not today. Not today. I'm talking about like near future.
I'm trying to think. Priest is still the holder of the briefcase. So he's still, he's still strong. He's still like the next guy up, technically. Finn is Finn is just Finn. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but so you think Finn's gonna get out and they bring Drew? I don't think so. Because then you have Drew and Priest. They're both top dogs. Like, they're both alpha males. They're like 2 juggernauts in one squad. I can't see it.
I mean, it's not out of the realm for that to happen. I could definitely see that happening as well. But
because if you think about
I just look at Finn Balor as the weak link of that team. Like
no, I
Dominik
do.
is there because of his legacy with him being a Mysterio, and that's where
No,
he
I mean,
there. But like
I get it.
JD's a part of Finn. Like that's him and Finn really. So it's like I could see Damian and Drew just being like, man, let's get these two weak ass dudes up out of here. We didn't like JD anyway. I just added him just to make Finn happy. So that's
I have the opposite.
Because look, that's how they got rid. But think about how Judgment Day got to this point. Like they got rid of the weak link.
Edge.
Like they was like, oh, this is what would make us stronger. So they haven't done that. They haven't had that moment since then. So what way to have that moment and saying that could be the swerve too. Maybe that's
you have the
swerve where they lose and then now someone's getting kicked out the group.
But see, this is how I'm looking at it. You have Ripley, who's honestly way better leader in that group, to be honest with you. Like, she to me is the leader. But you got Priest that's not accepting that. So that's why he made himself the quote unquote leader. They're not really okay with that. I think they're like everybody but Priest was okay with Ripley trying to manage and get things rolling and doing things behind the scenes and making sure that they're winning. So why not have Drew be who Priest is supposed to be, which is like the juggernaut of Judgment Day? You are the punishment. You know what I'm saying? So why not? Because think about it. It was Ripley who got Drew or got in Drew's head, right? It was him. I mean, it was her. So why not have her do the same thing, get in Drew's head, and then boom, right when you think he's gonna cash in the money in the bank, Drew turns on him, and then you think the whole Judgment Day coming out, thinking that they're gonna help Priest, but they're now gonna turn on Priest. And like he said, you're the weakest link. You're the reason why we lost.
Oh, maybe
in Survivor Series.
Maybe they're just, but maybe he's not the one that take the pinfall. Because he's the guy with the briefcase. They're not gonna he's technically the next up to be heavyweight champion. Like again, that's why I'm like, unless they replace him because they're like they know like Finn does some dirty shit by like convincing others to get Damian,
which he is. I can see that.
For Drew,
I can
right?
see that.
For Drew, because it's different. I can see that where it's like, all right, well, let's do that because with Damian, everyone knows Damian's strong. Ain't no way he's the weakest link. But then it's like, okay, if we could get rid of him for another quote unquote stronger guy,
see, now you know where I'm going at.
Then I can see that being a case where they flip on Damian for a quote unquote stronger alpha male, basically.
Correct.
Who now that group with
Drew?
With Drew would be a little different. Like if Drew's the leader, like
I don't know if Drew's the leader. I still think Ripley would take control.
Like she would kind of be the puppet master almost, but Drew's the front man almost. You know what I mean? But I
think he's the front man, but he's not leading the pack.
Well, yeah.
Like she's the leader.
He's the leader.
Yeah. You see where I'm coming from? So you're not seeing where I'm coming from.
I could definitely see that being the case. Because
then think about it.
Writing it. That's kind of how they've been writing it with her. Like she's kind of been making decisions.
And then think about it, right? Sheamus does come back. Now you got Drew and the team.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, again, like I said, I think Sheamus will probably be the one that can. I mean, he's the most believable that could dethrone Gunther. Really, like Gunther's already beat him multiple times, so it's like, yeah, now I get my get back, and then he can then you can free Gunther, and and it'll probably be some way where Gunther's gonna lose it to where the group breaks up, somehow. So
look at that. We're already booking it.
yeah, so because that's another thing Hunter likes. He likes to break up groups. Like he loves that shit. But so yeah, that's our wrap up. I mean, I think we're pretty much in agreement with a lot of as far as who's gonna win these matches, but
yeah,
we pretty much are different on how these
how?
matches will be won. So that'll be
Oh, who's gonna turn on who?
who's gonna turn on
In a way.
and see that's why it's really cool to do the pick'ems and then like predictions because you get to see in the end if you were right or wrong. Yeah, or if you were whether you were surprised or expected more or whatnot. Now, so that's why it's pretty cool to do these videos, so you can kind of retrace, what you missed and or what you were right on with. But other than that, hey, hopefully we can see Nakamura versus this guy right here.
Boy loves his boy CM Punk. Throw up the X, man. Just throw up the X. Throw it
Best
up.
in
Throw
the
up the
fucking
X,
world.
man. Throw up the X, dude. Come
That's
on.
right.
Just do it. Just do it for us. Just do it for us.
One Bill
Come
Phil,
on.
like he
Come
said.
on, Chuck. Do it for us. Do it for us, man.
Yeah, one Bill Phil.